it off.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll start with Dugan here. So the first thing that happens is this tough-looking cultist immediately calls out to you. He's like, "You, Bullywug, what the hell is going on out there? Give me your report."
So Real Dugan's gonna say, Croak, we patrolling, Croak. This one wants to tell you something, Croak. And then Fake Dugan's gonna say, Croak, break patrol, Croak. Tell cultist, Croak.
What did you just say?
Croak,
What was the
break, leave our patrol, Croak. Need tell Born Grey, Croak.
Kind of like looks at the sun.
Or,
He's like,
or
what was that noise? I heard an explosion. And what was that weird drum sound?
Croak, big lizards attacking. Croak, want eat eggs.
But
Big
the
lizard
lizards?
want eat our eggs.
This Bullywug's not making any sense. Kind of like turns his other cultists here. They want to eat the eggs. Why would they be attacking outside? This doesn't make any sense. You get inside with the other Bullywugs.
Croak.
Kind of like motions you to these areas.
Okay, I will just walk right over there. Croak.
The lizard folks are attacking. All right, you two keep the lizard folks in their pen for now. And you hear the lizard folks like rasp at that. They kind of like rear up to defend. So these guys will move to intercept. We'll take this dude and this dude.
Croak. No eat eggs, Croak.
The lizard like roars back. We're not eating your eggs. They are foul. And so these guys are going to break it up. Get in your areas. So these lizard folks are going to listen to that. And he's going to turn on you. And this Bullywug who's not you will move back into their area. The cultists yell at them. And these guys will move forward. It's got to be like, handle these. Handle them. Make sure nothing happens. I'll figure out what's going on outside. The rest of you with me. Alright, so these guys will step between you and tell the lizards to get back in their area. We'll let you know what's going on. Get in there. So what do you do as he turns back to you? Move, Bullywug.
I move out of his way like a scared Bullywug. Croak. Keep lizards away. Croak. No eat egg.
We'll keep them away until we figure out what's going on here. Now get inside.
Inside where? Where is he pointing to?
Bullywug area. He's gesturing to your section.
Okay. Oh my gosh. So David has forgotten the name of the Bullywug leader, but Dugan would not have forgotten this so quickly.
It's like
Far blacks.
Yeah.
Croak, get Phalanx, Croak.
It kind of like looks weirdly at you. Far blacks. So like he kind of like you all get ushered inside here.
Croak.
So inside it's just like a croaking mess.
Croak.
Like- So you attempt to talk to Far Blacks, and they kind of like cock their head like and croak back at you in amphibian.
And then I'm gonna say in Broken Common, Croak. Trying speak Croak. Like Croak, human Croak. More fun, Croak.
All right, roll a deception.
Where is that? There it is.
Human tongue, elegant knot.
No.
Kind of like cocks his head
Sticks him
sideways.
back. croak of throat, croak like a rancid croak fly, croak, croak.
Okay, I'll get far blacks. What? Tell him.
Croak. Tell Farblacks, croak, lizards, croak, trying, croak. Croak, need get to eggs, croak.
Kind of like cocks his head sideways. Like, So roll like a performance for me to like get your point across.
Okay.
Be like 14. All right, so he's not quite following, kind of like hopping around, and he starts croaking back at you in amphibian. And so like more kind of coming over, because he's like basically, if you were to understand what he's saying, he's like, why aren't you talking in our language? You know this is our area. So like his body language is kind of like frantic.
I am going to get Fake Dugan to cast Thermaturgy.
Okay.
To begin having a low rumble in the ground beneath us.
Okay.
So harmless tremors in the ground.
How does thaumaturgy manifest? Because like casting a spell is like actions and words and touching your focus.
I don't know how casting a spell through another thing works, because I can cast a spell through them. That's what I'm uncertain of.
Like through the illusion?
Yeah.
All right, then let's test the illusion's ability to keep it. So let's say that if you, what's your spell casting ability?
Wisdom.
All right, so roll a wisdom save or whatever. Just do like a d20 with your wisdom modifier.
Okay.
And beat 15. Oh.
Ooh.
All right, so the fake Dugan kind of flashes a little bit, but the rumble does go off, and so like it spooks all the frogs. But this one kind of like is kind of staring at the fake Dugan, like freaking out. He jumps back. And the rest of them are just kind of just hopping around, like scared a little bit at the rumble. So you made your effect on about 95% of the room, but this one seems like stunned by what he just saw. Kind of got his spear up, like stepping back, like.
Okay.
So, I'd imagine you probably have like a turn or two before he like stammers what he saw to somebody else. The rest of them are just hopping around now, upset.
Okay. So as they are hopping around, upset, Fake Dugan is going to make a mad dash upstairs.
Okay. So, with that, several of these toads kind of like start croaking angrily, and they hop to pursue.
Okay.
But
while she is making the mad dash upstairs, she is going to cast Thaumaturgy again, this time making a very loud sound in the name, in the lizard tongue. And in the lizard tongue, she is going to say, "Hiss!"
Okay.
Bullywugs are revolting! Hiss! The Bullywugs are trying to take the castle from us! And then the illusion of her is going to disappear.
Okay. So they chase him upstairs. That happens. Yes, you hear the sound go off.
And that was, however loud it could be, 3 times as loud as normal of a booming voice. And hopefully they can hear it across this wall, but who knows?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wasn't sure. So what happens to fake Dugan?
She disappears into the ether.
Oh, okay, so she does this before.
So she was clearly a spell. I'm hoping to really spook these bullywugs into something is wrong. We just heard. Actually, I'm going to add another word. Sorry, at the end there, and then she's going to say in lizard folk tongue, as she lifts a spear and tries to throw it in the general direction of Far Blacks. Croak, death to Far Blacks! Or not croak, sorry. Death to Far Blacks! And then disappears.
Okay. So with that, you hear like mad croaking upstairs, angry, hopping and jumping around. And so we'll do that. Copy. Alright, so we'll say 6 more bullywugs come hopping back down the stairs after you hear frantic croaking and arguing.
Okay.
So they come back down and they've all got their weapons drawn and they've got little makeshift shields and crap, as armed as they could be.
Mm-hmm.
Less casual nature than it was. And so let's do actually a performance on that last cast
Mm-hmm.
to see how animated they are at this.
Good time to roll high.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they come downstairs, yeah, pretty like guns blazing, and so they'll start like hopping around and like rallying up other ones. And I had ones that looked tougher from being in his dude's chambers. One of them down. And with that, they will not hesitating because I don't know what they would do. I'm hesitating because I'm trying to figure out timelines, make sure everything like neatly lines up. That's the tricky part of this session.
So hopefully Far Blacks can stay upstairs and very angry.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He sends a bunch of troops
why he was so
downstairs.
angry.
Exactly. That's a big part of it. And so these guys are going to get riled up. So a couple of minutes of like croaking and then gathering weapons and like.
So as we're doing this, I'd like to also be just like rope and grabbing weapons as well. While I'm doing this, I'm going to stash away the crossbow that was disguised as a spear and equip my actual adder spear, which still
Okay.
looks like a. I think that's how disguise self works. Yeah, including your weapons. Yeah, which still looks like a wooden spear. So I look like I have a garbage wooden shield and a garbage wooden spear, but it's actually my shield and a beautiful magical spear.
Fair enough. Okay, so while that's happening, you hear more croaking from upstairs. It sounds like they're getting riled up again for some reason. And you can't really hear anything else other than like the croaking, and these guys still won't let you upstairs because you're not one of like his elite.
I'm not trying to go upstairs.
Yeah, so they're just still blocking like the staircase.
Perfect.
And so then a huge eruption of heat just kind of blasts down the stairs. And the roof above you, like between the wood boards, lights up. Several more frogs, including Far Blacks, push their way down the stairs a few minutes later. Alright. Let's go up here. Go to this.
So I am going to just try to blend in with the rest of the frogs and try to do whatever they are doing. get a little bit away from the door and into like the mess of frogs if I can. And my goal is to just follow whatever the group of frogs is doing, and hopefully my trick of the assassin has riled them up enough that they are ready to rush downstairs. But I have no idea where downstairs is, so I'm just going to follow the group of frogs.
That's fair. So Farblax comes down the stairs, and he starts croaking out to his men in amphibious. The cult, Borgray. As he says the call to Borgray, you hear distinct words that cause them to get riled up and angry. They start like hopping around.
I'm going to start smashing my spear.
Right, so they're all hopping around in the muck, spears raised. And I guess that's pretty much all that's left in the castle. And so with that, Farblax is going to order his men to charge out the front here.
Perfect.
So the bullfrogs, they kind of go up to the door and then they smash it open. And the cultists quickly turn and yell back to them, "Hey, like, what's going on here? Get back inside. We told you to wait inside." And so like the bullywugs will just straight up attack them.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna follow the big group. So like as soon as I think that a lot of them have rushed through, I will follow, but not overly eagerly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So just causing the battle to go down here. And so as the battle continues to rage on, the bullywugs push out, urged by their leader here.
Okay.
And so he starts like moving up behind them, and you can see like the cultists like fighting them as they yelled like "get back," and the bullywugs just straight up attacked. So they managed to kill a few of the bullywugs right off the bat. This cultist seems to be holding his own. Same with this one. One of the cultists is killed right away as the bullywugs pushed out. So this one, as the bullywugs keep pushing out here, he's gonna turn and yell like get the lizards in. And so he'll start to move back. And he'll call it to the lizard folk here as the bullywugs continue to push into the courtyard.
Okay, perfect.
So this guy is gonna get overwhelmed. He kills a few more.
Is it okay if I am the one who overwhelms him? Can I roll
Sure.
an attack?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Get destroyed.
Okay, so you land a blow right in this cultist.
I'm aiming
like-
it as the cultist's calf is my goal,
Oh.
so it bleeds out.
Okay, so you skewer it right through the calf, pulling it back and retracting it into the mass of bullywugs, croaking fiercely as you do. And the Dragon Claws goes down, unable to kill more. So the bullywugs rally kind of around you in that kill, overrunning this cultist quickly too. And the lizard folks are going to charge out of their section, backing up this Dragon Claw. And so Farblax leads these guys out. And so he's like still croaking and yelling as he moves out.
Is he saying anything in common that I can understand, or entirely amphibian croaking?
It's entire amphibian.
Okay, perfect.
So they're just rallying around him, and he's yelling towards the lizard folks. And so the frogs will continue to fight them. Lizard folk goes down. Frog goes down. Alright, so you can move about the battle and continue to attack if you roll a stealth for me. Otherwise, you might be noticed and engaged in combat. Otherwise, this is just going to play out around you.
Around me because I can't hop. And I feel like the not hopping will like immediately stand out. So while everyone is stabbing, I kind of want to see if he had a sweet weapon that I can just like quickly pocket. Maybe sleight of hand. I don't know. I'd like to like not like loot, but like, how good are his swords?
This guy, the guy went down.
Yeah.
They're just like the ornamental scimitars that you've been stealing in the past.
Oh god, I have so many of
Nothing too
those. You're
fancy.
sure they're not
I know.
scimitars of anger?
No, I'm certain.
I think I had like 7 of those at one time.
Yeah. I mean, it's because I allow every body to be looted, and so at the end of the day, I just give them the same loadout because
No, I totally get it.
that makes it equivalent to not being able to be looted.
Yep, totally get it. Then I will have checked and then just continued to be part of the mass of frogs.
I will say this: there is a type of cultist that I put on this map that does have something fancy that you don't have, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is and where it is. How many
Oh, I thought he. Oh, this guy?
Hmm?
Probably this guy.
Maybe.
He is a dragon claw. He is very new. Okay, I will try my best to sneak over to him.
Okay, so he's killing bullywugs alongside the lizard folk here.
Actually, I should have asked. Like, does anyone look like they are actually holding their own in the serious threat?
Of
That's right.
like the cultist or like anyone you've seen so far.
Of the cultists or the lizards? Is anyone like a serious threat to the bullywug advance?
I mean, no. This guy's not really. There's no heroes among them. They're just fighting like typical cultists or lizard men that you've seen.
Oh, so even this guy hasn't cut down any extra.
I mean, he's cutting them down pretty good, especially since he's being bolstered by the lizard folk. So he'd probably be the most threat at the moment,
Okay.
as more lizard
So,
folk come to join him.
Whoever is the most threat, I will. Not while there's no one in front of him, but while he's currently engaged with other bullywugs, I'll try to get a good stab at. So as soon as more bullywugs rush in, I will rush in alongside them and then try to get a quick stab at him.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be.
Alright, give me a stealth roll.
Alerted to me. But I also enjoy killing cultists. That's a pretty big number.
Alright, so you're able to like deftly step between the battle and weave between the blades. And yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
and I'm
fine.
gonna give him a
Take a shot.
nice. This guy, what does he look like?
Let me get a picture.
Oof. Okay, you see that that exposed jaw?
Actually, minus the mask, but he's got most of the other stuff.
Okay, I'm going right for that exposed jaw.
Okay.
You think you can just walk around with an exposed jawline like that?
Oh, damn. Bam. You drill him. And it does a lot of damage. In fact, he has very little health left. But you don't kill him as he reels back and looks down at you. Bleeding, grabbing his face. And he's going to retaliate.
See what you got.
This is attack. It's okay. How dare you! You damn frog! And he swings his scimitar.
So he swings it wildly above my froggy body.
So, like, grabbing at his face, he's gonna try and swing at you with his other blade. And it looks like he's able to cut
Oh,
you.
he able to connect with that one.
Alright, and he does 8 damage. As he kind of like hits you and pushes you back. And with that, he's gonna try and fall back. into the lizard folk area.
I'm gonna
Find these
opportunity
two.
attack him for sure.
Yep.
41 minus 8. Math. Hard.
So he's trying to try and fall behind this shield wall here as more lizard folk rush in to bolster him. And you catch him in the leg as he's moving and are able to just pull out his Achilles. He drops to the ground, screaming, and Bullywugs quickly overwhelm him.
Perfect. Go, Bullywugs, go!
And so Farblacks will come up here, leading the charge. And with him boosting the morale, the lizard folks quickly routed in the front here. But you hear hissing and attacking as more lizard folks seem to be coming in, weapons bared. And you hear shouting and whatnot from up this way.
Shouting.
It's muffled, but
Human shouting?
sounds like it. Actually, roll me perception.
Yeah.
Shouldn't just be giving things away. Yeah, it sounds like human shouting.
Okay. I'd like to let the Bullywugs hop past me then and like slowly slink backwards to the back of the formation then, hearing the human shouting.
Sounds good. Tokens, give me a stealth.
Mm-hmm. Because like this is turning out better than my wildest dreams. And human shouting to me says, "Oh shit! Start a small people revolution here. These are not the kobolds. Don't get ahead of yourself, Dugan. You did good. They're not gonna stop fighting anytime soon. You need to find your friends." And you said the shouting was this direction?
Up and to the left, yeah.
Okay. So then I am going to let this group of bullywugs around me like jump forwards, and then I'm going to book it as fast as my legs take me out of here.
Okay. I'll let you move up and to the left.
Okay. So
Actually, let's reveal a bit of area as you go to turn and you see people kind of coming out of that door there.
out of which door?
This one.
Oh, cultist shouting. Oh shit. Okay, so I see those. Do I see those cultists before I run or after I run?
I'll say before.
Okay,
So you
because
can choose where to run.
Change. So
We'll say you see these like doors like open and people shouting and like going to step out.
can I hear what they're saying?
No. There's too much like croaking and crap going on. The fact that you heard them at all.
Okay, then I'm gonna try to hide in like around here, and wait for them to pass, and hope that they join into this big rumble because I really don't.
Okay, so let's reveal a bit of area on this side.
And that was 30, so I have enough to get all the way into this corner. So I'm gonna like tuck myself into this corner and hide the best that I can hide.
All right, cool. We're gonna do Calyx now.
Perfect.
Okay. So Tom, sitting in the wind, but the action is gonna be aplenty. So let's go. Yeah. That might be it for your turn tonight, David.
That is way better than I could have possibly asked for.
Yeah, I mean, you did good. Played it right. And we'll see how it all plays out, regardless. Alright, let's go over here. Ta-da! Alright, Tom, you with us?
Yep.
Cool. So, you remember flying into the wyvern like a badass?
Yep. Flew in the air,
Do you
dashed, and straight into his face. Did a rallying cry to the lizard folk.
So,
Breathed
I'm
their
going to
passion for battle.
have the wyvern. Oh, it's real dumb. So, you got that going on, the wyvern. And I'm going to say that if it gets under a 12, it's startled. Oh, you startle the crap out of this thing by dashing at it with your sparkling wings.
It
It rears up,
to fly right into his face.
kind of takes a step back, and yeah, it's not used to things flying right into its face. It's an apex predator. It rears back and kind of roars at you, and then kind of like leers at the rest of the battlefield. It's like all the bullywugs are gonna straight up take a step back, and so the lizard folks are gonna kind of like rally around you a little bit. Yeah, they're gonna straight up walk backwards, and I'll let you take an action.
Okay, so I'm in a little puddle with all the lizard folk. Fuck, there's a lot of frogs. Sorry, I'm just checking.
All good.
Just checking something. How big is the wyvern? Is it large or is it huge?
It is large.
Uh, Alright. I'm gonna try to grab this thing by its throat.
Oh damn,
I'm going in for the grapple.
that's hard as fuck.
Little intimidated.
Alright. Let me see what kind of moves it has. Just a lot of strength. Apparently it's not proficient at much. But it's got this. It rears its neck up, just lifts you off the ground and kind of tosses you into the mud. Kind of like stagger onto one knee, but don't fall.
I'm going to,
Flapping your wings, you really don't fall.
as I say, I'm going to use my wings and try to fly on top of it and dive back down on the back of its neck to grapple it this time. It was just a positioning issue.
Alright,
Oh,
so
fuck yeah,
rears
it's just
up.
positioning.
Oh man, yeah, you just
get
really
fucking-
needed that angle.
Alright, so can it even resist at a crit 20?
Yeah, it's technically not an attack. It's,
Oh, I guess it can
counter check.
potentially get a crit too. Alright, so you fucking choke this thing.
As I reposition and come back down on its neck there, I want to pull this thing down with me a little bit. Like, as I grab it, I want to swing back around on its neck and plant my feet on the ground, holding this thing's head. And I want to call it to the lizard folk. Forget the bullywugs. We can kill it. Everyone stab at it. I've got it held.
They all kind of like
escape.
just and raise their weapons, rallying to you. And so we'll give an initiative roll to all your lizard friends and this thing, and we'll start a fight as the frogs rear back in fear. The frogs all seem to be like stepping back in retreat, kind of like giving you guys ground again with the wyvern.
Yeah. This dragon man just grabbed the mini dragon. Don't want
Alright,
none of
you
this,
got a
frogs.
decent amount of allies, but they're all wounded. I think it's a fair fight. All right, roll some initiative for me. Everyone's roll initiative now.
Still haven't sold myself in this fight yet.
All right, yeah. Everyone's damaged a little bit. Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair fight. I don't think that's a 2 one-sided kill Calyx fight. We'll see. Did you roll your initiative? Okay, Wyvern.
I got 6.
That's 0. That's it. That's 0. Oh wow. Wyvern gets 20.
He's pissed.
He is. Oh, fucking damn it. I had everything typed in, I didn't press enter, and I'll just fucking erase. Okay, there we go. Descending. Alright, the Wyvern takes first strike, as it is white angry. It can use one of its multi-attacks to try to break free, right?
Yep.
Alright, first thing it's going to do is try and break free because it's dumb. I think that's what an animal would do. If it's startled like that, wouldn't go for offensive play. It'll try to throw you off. 21.
Oof, this is gonna be tough. Oh, it uses its full action to escape.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, grapple creature can use its action to escape. It must succeed on a strength athletics or acrobatics check.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. I guess it tries to use its whole action to escape, because it's a dumb animal. It's not going to use, you know, battle tactics and just do its smartest thing.
Dice, I need
Take it a few seconds.
higher. Yes.
Oh!
Fuck
Alright, so you maintain the grapple on this thing as it thrashes about. And that's his turn, I guess. So this guy's going to run over here. Attempt to stab the... Bite and heavy club. Jesus. Bite and heavy club. Both of those hit.
I know it doesn't matter yet because both of his moves hit, but advantage because being grappled is the awesome part of this for Tom.
No, it's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
only restrained. Grapple doesn't have anything for that. It
No,
just can't
I'm
move.
totally wrong then. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say things.
No, it
Oh,
just
okay,
can't
fair.
move, which is good.
Yeah, because it can
can't
really
fly
move.
away while everyone stabs it.
Yeah, that's huge. Takes 11 damage. So this thing thrashes in pain. As I'm gonna need a calculator.
There's a feat that you can get where you can turn a grapple into a restrain. That one's fantastic.
Oh, okay. Troy in the game that I DM had that feat then. That's why. That's what I thought that's what it did.
Yeah, it's like you take your grapple and you just pin them.
Alright, so it's probably more fun if you see the progress. It's been stabbed twice. It is taken. Went down to this. Wait, went down to. Went down to. Yeah. Snapjaw's getting in. Oh, the third lizard folk comes in, striking, and he lands a spear home. Dealing 3 more damage to the wyvern. I didn't think he'd hold still. That's hilarious.
No escape. No surrender.
Alright, it's your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna come in with 2. Got him by the neck. I'm just gonna try to hack him like just below my grapple. Just take my battle axe and swing up, trying to chop this thing's head off.
Alright. So it's thrashing about in your arm there, and you're able to hit a glancing blow and then drive one in a bit deeper.
24.
Alright, some big wounds splurt from this creature as you drive home, but it thrashes about with still a lot of life in it.
And I can move it as well, spending half of my movement.
You
And
move a
just-
large creature.
It doesn't tell me I can't.
Okay.
Actually, let me double check.
It's only one size bigger than you, right?
Yeah.
I made it such a big token because of its wingspan. I guess it's more like that.
Yeah, it says I can move a grappled creature, but my speed is halved unless the creature is 2 or more sizes smaller than I have full movement. So I'm gonna, as a pure show of force and strength and amazement, I'm dragging this thing this way towards the bullywugs.
Okay.
Trying to intimidate the fuck out of them so they leave the lizard folk alone while we're killing this thing.
So, it has the desired effect as the bullywugs start to hop in straight up fleeing. Oops. And
then as I pull him and stare at the lizard folk, let out a cry, "For our fallen brethren!" Trying to rally the troops.
nice. Alright. So, do a... I don't really know what it would add, but you've rallied them successfully. They're like, yeah! We're taking this thing down. All the lizard folks like jump on them, continue to stab. I guess they'll have to use their movement eventually, but not going far yet. If it can move, then they won't be able to catch it, but it really doesn't matter. They follow it as you drag it. Just losing all my guys underneath this thing. Okay, they do a little bit more damage. Keep poking away at this thing. It's thrashing about. Still has a lot of fight left in it, though. And it's gotta go. He hits once, 3. So, okay. Oh yeah. Your turn to attack. Doesn't say one more. Jesus.
Oh god.
No, that's not right. It keeps changing my last 10 rolls every time I use one. Like, wait, what? Okay, so he did. All right. With that, it is the turn. Sorry. I just gotta look at something. Okay, so as you're grabbing this creature, and it's thrashing about, and it's kind of like giving you like an animalistic thrashing with its head, like what you'd expect from fighting a beast. All of a sudden, it kind of like stops, and you feel like a ripple run down its body as you're like gripping it, and you begin to feel a faint aura coming off it, and it casts a spell as it rips out from it. So a thunderous wave of force smacks you as you're holding this creature. Feels like a thunder wave. Make a con save.
Oh no. Ah,
Hmm.
the grapple has been broken.
Okay, so you're thrown 10 feet back and surprised. And same with most of these dudes. Let me get... Yeah. The sheer startlingness of a creature like this casting a spell caught you off guard and throws you back. And as you like land on the ground, does it knock you prone? Or does it just knock you back? Pushes 10 feet back. Okay, so you kind of like stagger and slide, like kneeling in, and you look up, and the creature catches like eyes with you, and you realize that its eyes have changed. They're like solid black irises now. Doesn't seem to have like the pupils that it used to have, and it's staring at you with this like a calculated look. The rest of the guys are also gonna have to make a con save.
Oh, Snapjaw's gonna die here.
And they have +1. Roll. Okay, starting on the left. All fails. Alright, so it does 7 damage. And it kills this one. Save. Hurts this one. Pushes it 10 feet back. And that one dies from the impact. Sorry, Snapjaw. Con save.
He did what he
And
could.
holds his ground. Damage to do 7 minus 3. That comes out pretty good. Con save. Not fast, gets full brunt. 10 feet back. 7. Con save. Push. Is the folk underneath him? Yep. Con save. Fail. Max. Finish. Alright, cool. Done. Alright, it is Lizard Folk's turn. So that guy's dead. These guys are all looking again to you to rally them as they like rear up against the creature again. The
Fight
magical
on,
blast.
brothers! We've scared the creature. He's resorting to terrible tactics. Stab away!
Alright, so they roar at that and they rush back in. Thrashes back in. Breach of Thrashes bout. Give them another series of bites and attacks. Oh, okay. Disregard that second roll. Okay, one of them hits. It does 8 more damage to the wyvern. Match up with dead. Guy runs in, try to assist. Attack. Miss. Attack. Hit. Bite. Oh wow. These fucking lizard guys are clobbering this wyvern. Okay. It's your turn.
Alright. I'm mad at this guy. I'm flying up. And I'm sitting on his back here. I'm just gonna hack at his wings.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, fuck. Alright. Roll me a D100. I've done this in a while. But this is an epic game where lots of things could happen. I'm just kind of going by the seat of my pants. Roll fumble.
It's almost perfectly average.
Alright. So do a dexterity check. As you kind of... it doesn't really make sense because you're flying. Okay, never mind. All good. And the second one hits.
13.
Okay, so you deal still a solid amount of damage as you slash into this thing for 13. And it screeches and attempts to maneuver to attack you. Yeah, okay. This lizard folk is going to try and be underneath his head. Yeah. He has to step back to get his attack. Drives up his spear, catches it again.
Good thing you took that step back.
Yep. Alright, he hits 1. Stabs it for 3. And lowers out. He hits. And misses. For 7. Jesus. Gotta just bashing this guy. Alright. So it is the wyvern's turn. And it kind of like looks around frantically. Oh, I guess it could have flown away last time. After the thunder wave.
It was a dumb creature, you said.
Yeah. That is true. Alright, it's gonna rear up and attack you with its tail.
Boom, blocked it with my shield.
Nice. And so it kind of spins and stands up and bites at you as well.
Oh, that hits.
Alright, so it clamps down around your shield arm. And it does... As it crunches into your arm and attempts to toss you back. And with that, it's going to flap and try and take off. And I'll let you have a reaction attack, but I'm going to say the lizard's don't get one. As this thing tries to make its break.
Warcaster and Booming Blade as the reaction.
Nice. So you land, connecting with this thing's back as it tries to fly under you. And an explosion happens, and it careens into this building.
I just want to make sure that
Screeching.
seems like a ton of damage. I think it has too much.
Yeah.
damage in it.
Is that the right amount of damage? No. You rolled an 11 plus a 4 plus a 3. Oh, wait. Is that right? No.
I don't know why it's rolling 11.
Yeah.
I had to check what my macro was doing.
I mean, the 8 and the 5 makes sense. Yeah, I don't know where the 11 came from. 4 plus 3 plus strength.
1d4. So it's that the 11 is 2d8. One sec.
Okay.
Okay, so I have the initial part of this attack wrong in my macro. It's just supposed to be my regular attack damage.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be. So the 13 Thunder is right. Because it moved.
Yeah, and I knew that part makes sense. But there should be just a...
I'll roll this for my... So it does the 5 plus 2 necrotic, so 7 plus the 13. It's regular attack damage.
Okay.
Oh,
So...
it's supposed to be 1. That's when that goes wrong. Okay, that's all fixed.
As it begins to fly away, you cut it, and the explosion and blood that explodes off it, it just kind of spirals into this building, crashing into the reed hut, destroying it, and just flopping about uselessly as it like kind of spasms and dying.
As it crashes, I want to, while still in the air a little bit, slowly rise up, axe in one hand, let out a battle cry. Rah! The keep is ours! Lizard folk
The lizards
forever!
like raise their spears and shields, joining you in their roar. Ah! And so, like, as you guys are like, rah!
And his clan!
As you're like saying this, one of the lizard folks goes, "The cultists, they come!" And so you see cultists running out of the keep here,
Kill
charging
them all!
with their weapons drawn. Ah! So these guys are well following you now. Like that's, yeah, they're totally for you. These guys make the break across the field.
You think this would be like around the time Kirk would have seen this? For his
Yeah,
spike
this is
growth?
exactly what happens. He hits these guys with a spike growth.
Yeah.
And so as those guys are running towards you, plant vines spring out of the ground and catch them. So let's put it centralized on them. And so how does that work again? Let me pull that
Every
up.
5 feet of movement they take in it, they take 2d6 thorns or something. And it's considered difficult terrain.
For every what, sorry?
For every 5 feet of movement a creature takes in it, they take 2d4
Okay, here's it.
piercing, and it's considered difficult terrain.
Okay. And so, ground foot, spike speed, creature moves. They can't really do anything to break free from it, other than just charge through it, eh?
Yeah, they either have to stand still or just push through it. And hope this
Okay,
one goes
so let's
away.
just damage everyone accordingly then. 2d4 for every 5 feet. Okay, cool.
And it's difficult
Don't
terrain,
have this.
so every 5 feet they usually go is 10 feet. So this got to be 20 to get out.
Yeah,
But it's only
no.
It's only 4.
it's still 10 feet, but he loses 20 feet in his movement.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. So
Okay,
it's only,
sorry.
It's only like 2 5-foot squares, but it costs him.
Yeah,
Two
so he
seconds.
only gets 10
40.
movement as he gets out of
Yeah,
here,
44.
and he takes 44.
Yeah.
Let's just do everyone like that before they enter the fight. Okay. So yeah, spike growth rips up around these guys as they're running across the field, catching them with like bramble and thorns and crap. They kind of scream and scramble to make a break through the side here. Pulling up next to the commander here. This guy's, I don't know if he can even make it. Oh no. They can make it through 3 spaces, eh?
Yeah.
1, 2. So he's on the edge, but he won't take another shot. Oh. Okay.
How are the bulldogs looking?
No!
Are they like cowering in fear back at their like breeding grounds?
Who?
The bulldogs?
Pretty much. As you like look over there, they're just like fully in retreat. These guys have all fled the battle during this. They weren't going to tangle with the Wyvern. Or not after getting fucked up by everyone. So we'll reveal more areas. You can... Oh, fuck. Ugh. I try to zoom out and then I hover over like the dice roller and it just... everything goes crazy. Reveal area. There you go. You got a pretty good idea of the surrounding area now. Okay. What the fuck are these cultists? Oh, that are regular cultists. Jesus. The ruthless amount of damage. Somebody. Jesus. Okay. I'll let you and your lizards take a turn. As most of the cultists were killed by the spike growth.
I'm just gonna lead the charge, fly in between these guys, and that's one of the guys that David fought too, right?
He's one of the guys David talked to in the hallway.
One of the scary looking cultists with the mask thing. He stabbed in the jaw. One of those guys, the dragon.
Oh yeah. This
Um,
guy is the toughest looking one.
That's the one that I.
Yeah. And so these guys look like cultists that you've run into before.
Mhm.
This looks like a new cultist. Got a fancy cape.
I'm going everything on this guy.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell the lizard folk to rally with me, brethren. Take down this man in black.
Alright. So he spins to engage you, and you just slice him apart. Boom. Boom. 14. Jesus.
35.
So the first attack, it kind of like breaks his defense and slashes him up the wrist. And the second attack, he's wide open. Where do you hit him?
Oh, I'm just hacking and slashing. First attack breaks his guard. Second attack, just like, if it kills him, just like clean beheading as I pull the axe back.
Yeah, it just studs straight into his neck and decapitates him as his body kind of topples.
To the next! Don't step in the spikes!
They kind of run after you. And
Borngray will pay for his transgressions.
roar again at your claims. And they'll rush over here. And I guess he's only got a few of them left. That's pretty much it. They'll move over here to make an attack on this guy. Probably prepared their buttons. That misses, and he bites. Misses. Okay. Back you up again. Yes. Yes. Back this cultist. Hit. Not much dealer. Killing this cultist. Your turn.
Again? This guy doesn't go?
Oh yeah, actually he does. Let me see. I just went by the turn order thing. Get through everyone. Put him. Where are you gonna go? Put this person here.
There's that guy down there too that hasn't gone.
Yeah. Stuff her in. Your team. It's gonna go. Last one. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we'll give that guy a turn. I'll attack. Not you. One of these lizard folks. You look scared to him. And he'll fail hard. Oh yeah, Jesus. What is his attack? Oh, +5. That's okay. First attack will slash up that lizard folk. And get him for... not much. And then he will attack again. Oh wow. This guy's dead. Alright. This guy, he runs up here to attack this person. That's not what I wanted to roll. I'll roll this. Miss. Again. Oh. Critical hit.
The big crit's coming out.
Alright, so this guy dies. And it is your turn.
Alright, I gotta try to save these last two guys, so we're just going ham on this guy.
Alright.
I'm assuming 13 missed.
13 does miss. He's able to parry that. But the other one...
You are a crit machine.
It's the mark.
Out of sheer rage, missing the first one and seeing the lizard folk that I've rallied to battle falling beside me. come by and start hacking and slashing through this guy.
Alright, it's again just another cleave as you sink your axe deep into your opponent.
Just like, this one's just like cutting the arm right off the shoulder socket. And watching all the arterial blood just split out when he falls into the spikes.
Alright, he gives you like one of these like startled like, "What? My arm?" And he like looks down at it as he just kind of like collapses.
And then just like flying straight into this guy.
Alright.
And then I will also tell these guys, avoid the spikes. Rally the fellow lizard folk in the castle.
And so they'll like hiss their like nod back at you. Oh shit. It's terrifying. Alright, fucking snake alive. Alright, yeah, they nod back at you and hiss that they hear your words. And let's go. It's this guy's turn, so this guy's gonna rally over here, seeing his lizard folk fall, run over here and spear this cultist. Miss and try and bite at her and land. And then he will do this much damage to her. Actually, it kills her. Okay. He will use the part of his movements to run over here. These guys will move to avoid this. Alright, your turn. All the opponents are either fleeing or dead, as currently.
I'm no longer interested in the bullywugs. They proved a fruitful distraction. I am
Alright.
using my 40-foot fly speed to fly just above the spike growth, make it look cool,
Mm.
and then dashing to the 80-foot mark. And the plan is I'm just going to keep dashing to the wall and then straight up and just like come over with the ethereal wings bathed in blood, go flying over the walls and just let out a war cry.
Nice. They gotta be coming down soon, right?
Yeah, I don't even know if I'll make it there.
So let's say you make it over the wall and your wings wink out as you like fall the last 10 feet.
That works for me.
Alright. And that'll be the end of your episode
So-
as well.
So while I'm hiding, Calyx just happens to pop up right here. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I think we're gonna go and
'Cause
give
I-
you another turn or two.
I was gonna say I love the idea of I see Calyx. I'm like, oh shit, no more disguise cultists.
Yeah, I mean that could all work too. This all kind of actually plays out pretty well. There's like decent amount of fighting that went on your side, decent amount of fighting on their side. Yeah, I like that actually. Let's do that. So Calyx kind of flies and flops over the wall here, elegantly right up until the last second, and kind of careens into the ground. So give me an acrobatics, beat 14 or take a d6.
Here we go, big roll.
Oh, all right. Calyx kind of tumbles and topples with his under his weight as he kind of careens in like a bit of a meteor.
Tried to make it look super cool. Tried to do like a flip, kind of like land on my ass instead.
And these guys are gonna shout, "What the hell is that?" As they kind of come stepping out the door and like stop in their progress, turning towards you.
What's the d6 damage?
Let's take that.
Okay.
All right. And yeah, I'll let you say something, make a response, but
I was gonna say,
We'll start.
as I battle cried over and landed, saw those guys, all I would have said is looked at them and said, "I've slain your wyvern. The lizard folk are coming in to clean the rest of you. Your advanced forces are dead."
So give me an intimidation. See whether these guys charge you or fall back
Yes.
What? Wow, they kind of like, this guy like stumbles back into his buddy. He's like, what? The wyvern? What? The advanced forces? Get reinforcements! They kind of just pushed each other back into the room.
So if I'm watching this as Tom tries to intimidate them, I'd also like to shoot one of the fleeing ones.
Okay. Do it. As they kind of like push their way back through these like doors and they're like closing them behind them. I'll let you take a shot. It like thuds right into the door. Calyx,
You know what? I will
look
take
across
it.
the courtyard to see this bullywug.
Holding
Kinda-
what's clearly a crossbow.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a stick to you though, in the illusion. It's like holding a stick like a crossbow.
Death be upon you.
Oh shit. Calyx charges the courtyard and crushes Dugan's skull.
Oh.
Okay, and that will be the end of your session for the evening, gentlemen. Hope you had a good time. I want you guys to. What are you guys doing on Saturday? You playing your game,
running
Tom?
my game, yeah.
Okay, so maybe I'll see. Maybe Sundays work for you guys. Now that you're so close, I would want to just do a whole session again with everyone.
Sundays work for me. I'm on this Saturday, and then I'm off for the next 3 Saturdays for my stuff.
Okay. Cool, actually. Yeah, I guess we could continue on weekends. Like, I just know that Troy will eventually be off maternity schedule, and he won't want to do weekends anymore. And I'm sure once I start working full time, things might change for me too. But as it stands, yeah, I'd love for you guys to be in the next session with the whole group. Because like, not to give anything away, but they're like, did you guys watch their session at all?
Yeah, they're right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Or
And
they're
so-
somewhere in this castle. I shouldn't play this at a spot. I actually don't know where they are in the castle. I wasn't paying that much attention to where they are, but they're somewhere in the castle.
Yeah, and they're about to have a standoff with the boss. And things are happening. All the cogs and pieces in the castle are moving, and essentially going to be moving towards where you guys are. And so this will be the climactic showdown of this castle for sure next session. Everyone is going to have to be part of it because everyone is here. So yeah, we'll start the next session with the other group, probably give them 2 rounds. And then I feel like the bullywugs and the lizard folk battle, and you guys will pour into their battle. It'll become some sort of mishmash, chaotic mess, which I'll have to figure out which section I want to follow and which section I'll just automate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if this Saturday works best, I can always push my game to next week. Because they know that I'm starting a new job, so I can tell them I'm finishing up this game for a little bit, and then I'll run their session next week.
True. Okay.
So I already
Well,
got
I
it there,
think.
So I know
All
most
right.
people say
That's
that
awesome.
Saturday works.
Yeah, they did. I think Kirk said that maybe not, but
He had to check
I
the
will.
plans.
Yeah, I'll float Saturday. I'll float Sunday. If Sunday works for everyone, we'll just go with that. Make everything easy. If people are immovable, then we'll see what we can do.
Sunday, I have to be done at 9 at the latest.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
I start a new job Monday. I gotta be up at 3:30 in the morning.
All right. Well, then it's your call, man. If you'd rather play, kick back, and see the climax of this episode, then we can certainly do Saturday. I think it's worked for everyone, regardless.
Yeah, I mean, if Saturday works for
We
Kirk,
need to see with
and
Kirk. Yeah.
if everyone else is around, I'll push my game to the week after.
Sounds good.
My
I appreciate that.
My guys are really good. They won't care.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people won't care for this one. I just know that it's like at the forefront of everyone's minds because I'm doing like 1 or 2 sessions a week now, or it's at the forefront of my mind at least.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see the climax here.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it plays out too, because honestly, everything has been a surprise.
I'm so glad those lizard folk did so much damage to that wyvern.
I'm amazed.
Yeah,
I planned that
cannot
fight
believe
out
how
so
well
many.
both sides of these things went out, turned out.
I was expecting lizard folk to miss like every shot.
Yeah, I mean, I just honestly, I've been thinking about that fight for like several days, and I did not expect you to be able to grab it and hold it in place. That was one I just did not plan on. I'm like, yeah, I mean, he can have really as many allies as he wants. This thing can fly around, it can do whatever. Giving it a few spells, which are kind of cool.
Yeah,
And
I knew the wyvern had to be grounded if I stood any chance. I had to
and then yeah,
both moves trying to get it to stay there.
that was a smart play, honestly, because it has an 80 fly speed.
Yeah, I
So
couldn't
like,
catch it.
no, it was just gonna swoop around, fucking fly by, striking people.
Yeah, and then it tried to fly away at the end. Thank God that the blade landed.
Yeah, man. No, that's intense. You guys have actually done a hell of a lot of work for the espionage team. Like, they got in, found what they needed, got caught. Meanwhile, you guys basically took away the frogs and the lizards.
And way more cultists than I thought were going to die in this frog lizard fight.
Yeah.
I didn't, yeah. I mean, I was like, even like, I didn't expect Kirk's spike growth to be so effective. I figured even the cultist fight at the end would be kind of tricky for you. Because essentially it was like you and like 6 weak lizard men versus a wyvern and a bunch of ready cultists.
Yeah, it was. They were all like one hit on the folk.
Yeah, I blown away that you survived and did so well. Fucking hero. You guys are all been heroes in this story. Hopefully you feel like it's not too easy. Like I'm trying to make sure that there's consequences
No, that
for things.
I was so nervous for that wyvern fight.
Okay,
I thought I
good.
was for sure dead.
That thing
I
has
thought
some
I was
fucking
going to be
power.
dead in a pit of mud from a bunch of frogs. And I was going to be like, this is the worst way to die. Calyx is going to die fighting a wyvern in an awesome way, and I'm going to die and it's just some mud surrounded by a bunch of filthy frogs.
Oh man, all I can say is thank God that grapple landed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fuck. That did, because honestly, looking at the wyvern stat block, it's tail stinger. It does 2d6 plus 4 plus a 15 con save. If you fail the con save, you take 7d6 poison damage,
Yeah.
or half as much otherwise. So if that thing fucking stings you, you basically die.
Yeah. That's
And
why I didn't
you
think.
blocked the sting and then got bit. I was like, oh my fuck. And like I gave it like one round of being like a stupid animal, which cost it huge. Because honestly, when you grabbed it, I was like, well, if I was a wyvern and I got grabbed, I would just hit you with my stinger. Stinger over the top of the head, right on into your fucking head.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how it was gonna work. If it was gonna try to sting me, or if it would be what's this small creature grabbing me for? Like, this is nervous.
Well, that's the thing, right?
The
It has
fight
a
or
negative
flight
3
instincts.
intelligence modifier, and I'm like, you know what? What would a fucking like snake or lizard do if something just grabbed it? It fucking freak out. It doesn't. No. Animals don't grab it. Animals run.
Yeah,
So.
that's basically what I was hoping for, was a quick fight or flight instinct for the flight, and then when it couldn't get away, then it was gonna fight.
Yeah, and that's essentially what it did. It failed its intellect modifier. Did that, like. All right, I'm just gonna tell you guys because I think it's awesome. That was the wizards from the main castle's familiar, and that's what it did to you. It cast a spell through the commander. The commander cast a spell through him.
I was gonna try to
So
convince it. If it didn't die there, I was gonna try to convince it to become my pet.
It
To-
was.
to not die.
It's essentially what Troy does to Tobias.
Yeah.
He can go and look through its eyes, and he can cast spells through Tobias too, but he never does.
Yeah, they have to be
He
touched
can
those,
use
though.
Tobias as a conduit.
Yeah, he never does. It's really weird. I feel like I cast spells through other things more than the wizard with his familiar does.
It's just
Yeah.
to be touch spells. That's the only bad things. I don't
Do
think
they?
that's supposed to be upgraded familiar.
Oh, okay.